We're all in.
We're all in.
How are we, boys?
Good.
Ben, you were fucking dying about 5 days ago.
Still pretty much there.
There's sickness running rampant, bro.
Yeah.
I literally tried to deadlift the other day. I went to do my leg session, I did one set, and I was yawning. I went home and I fell asleep 3 hours during the day.
Yeah.
That's like, and I was like full, just like...
Everyone's getting sick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally did. He came out. He came back in the room and he was like, I don't know what's wrong with me, but
I literally felt like I fell asleep and then I woke up and then I was profusely sweating. I was sitting there going, Megan's hot. She goes, nah, I'm like dripping.
Yeah.
And then I literally just felt mental clarity come back in. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Mad. Go get a hazmat suit or something.
Bruh. I'm the only person, I've noticed so many people that have gotten sick in the last couple of weeks and they've been completely fine.
You know what? I was
Touch
like
points.
that. And the first thing I did was say,
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm not getting sick.
Literally,
Mad.
within a couple of days I got sick. So I was like, yeah, alright, I probably deserve that.
Yeah.
Anyway, aside from getting sick,
Mm-hmm.
how's training been? Ben, you start?
Good. First week back into it.
Nice.
Stronger than I thought I would be. I
Yeah.
felt weak. I felt so weak.
Still in your cut?
Still in the cup. But yeah, man, I hit some PBs as well, so
Right.
I surprised myself there.
Jesse?
Yeah, training's been pretty good. Trying to figure out, cause I'm on placement at the moment, so, doing shift work where it's like 2 days, 2 nights. I did 2 days, 3 nights last week. So just trying to figure out kind of where the balance is in terms of, do I train or do I prioritize my rest, especially after 12-hour shifts? So things have gotten a bit, I guess like, the waters aren't as clear as they usually are when I'm on my usual schedule with just uni and work. And so it's just trying to figure out when do I train, when do I eat, especially when I'm up all night some nights, and then I'm asleep some days all day, and it's just a bit confusing, but it hasn't been too bad. It's just been a work in progress.
Adjustment.
Yeah, because I've got a couple of clients that do shift work, and they come in after night shifts and they look really tired. I'm like, we're still going to train hard, and then I do my own training after a night shift, and I go, well, this is brutal. So
Sucks.
yeah. So I have,
Now you can relate.
I can relate now, doesn't mean I'll, take it any easier. We still push, we push hard,
That's it.
but
Quality over quantity, right?
that's it, yeah. And so I did notice I needed to prioritize my rest more in the last couple of weeks and actually take that step back a bit, and actually get some better quality training sessions, so.
Sometimes even 4 sessions a week is good. Like I ran it for a block and I was like, I could easily run this and still get obviously some stimulus. 5 sessions is gold, but 4, you can still make progress. Sure.
Yeah, and how would you divide that up though?
Depends on the goals. You could do, there's tons of different ways. You can go upper lower split, push pull,
Yeah.
something like that, whatever. You can even do posterior, anterior,
Yeah.
but that gets pretty fucking heavy pretty quick.
Yeah.
You gotta go from a bench press to a hack squat to a...
Brutal.
So probably upper lower. Probably
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, we got a fuck ton of questions. When I say like we actually got questions, we didn't just get Megan to message us off the first one with 15 questions. We got like 20 questions here. So let's crack in and we can start from wherever I say. Question number 1. Can you build muscle and lose weight at the same time?
Yes.
Yes. Tell us how. Tell us why.
It can depend on the individual too. So if you're somebody who's new, your muscles have never been shocked or stimulated before. So that's, someone starting out, they're going to see some significant gains straight away. Somebody who's overweight, they still can because they've got so much energy reserves there, so body fat reserves, that they can actually use that fat to stimulate muscle growth whilst in the calorie deficit. So it is possible.
Cool. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I'd say it obviously depends on what your macros are. I think that when it comes down to it, probably nutrition's the biggest focus.
Yes.
So higher protein intake, obviously, and that sort of will help aiding in that. I think it would just be, I think you'd probably do it a lot slower of a process than just weight loss. You'd probably focus on less of a extreme deficit, focusing more on actually just under your maintenance, if anything. And then, focusing more on that.
I'm going to caveat and say, unless you are dead set newbie in the gym, you can't. But what's going to happen, like physiologically, if you've been training for a while, you can't build more tissue when you're in an energy deficit. But what's going to happen is when you lose body fat, you're going to look leaner and you're actually going to look bigger. So a lot of people actually don't realize how much body fat they're carrying around or how much body fat they need to carry around just to be healthy. So most men are probably carrying around anywhere between 15 to 20 kgs if you want going from nice and healthy to shredded, unless you're on the outlier of that. Females, it might be a little bit more because they need a little bit more body fat. So then what happens is you get leaner as long as you're maintaining a high level of protein intake, you're training hard, you're going to maintain the muscle mass and you're going to actually be able to see more muscle.
Yes.
Because you're getting leaner, right?
Yeah.
But yes, if you're first going to be in the gym and your first 6 to 12 months, the whole body's going to change. You're doing things properly. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Then you're going to see results. So.
Yes. Would you say even somebody who's like, us for example, who's been lifting for a while right now, could be in like a little bit of a deficit, 200 to 400 calories from maintenance or something. We have a break from it, come back, and then it's the muscle memory.
I would say
trigger some stimulus.
I don't think you're triggering. You can't make muscle from nothing.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So I don't know whether you're not going to build muscle, but I think like if you go into a deficit. And then you're saying reverse out, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Then you're then you go from your muscle being really, really flat with no glycogen in it, and then you pump some carbs back in, go back to maintenance, pump the glycogen back in, and all of a sudden you're like, holy fuck.
Yes.
Look at me, yeah. So visually it's gonna look like that. Physiologically, is that a thing? Probably not. But it's advantageous to do so if you're someone who hasn't been through a cut yet and you're struggling to your muscle mass, you probably need to go into a little bit of a deficit and diet down and just see how much you need to get down. And then I've had a lot of clients who have gotten down there and then they've lost, 8-10 kilos. They're like, oh, actually, I'm going to stay here now because I'm actually still at a healthy body weight and I can actually see some muscle mass. And I know now I don't need to go back all the way up there to where you were, right? So, Final one. Most embarrassing moment in the gym.
You go first on this one.
There was, back at my first gym when I, sort of like started my time in the gym, when I was kind of doing a bit of powerlifting. It was a later session than usual, so I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock. And not that many people, so it must have been a weekend, I think. And, I was aiming for more of a PR, so not, just like, still a couple of reps, but, no spot, and ended up with the barbell stuck on my chest, and was kind of stuck there.
You had clips on, didn't you?
I did,
Do you have clips on?
Yeah, always bench with clips on.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's the worst thing to fucking do.
Well, just to keep the weights, from sliding when I'm not needing, the weights to move. But, ended up having, the weight stuck on my chest, and I think it was a solid like 30, 45 seconds, but it felt like 2-3 minutes before someone actually noticed and came over and helped me get the bar off. And, yes, that was probably one of the more embarrassing moments.
Yeah. Ben, have you got one?
I've got a couple.
Go.
Setting myself up for a PB, it's just going back as well, right? Yeah. So back when I was young, I was training in like this old school gym, and there was a decline bench there. And they had 60 kilo dumbbells was the highest they had on the rack there at the time, covered in cobwebs. I thought, I'm gonna get them up today.
Yeah.
Alright, so I went, sat on the bench, got the dumbbells there. I don't know why, I just decided to flick them. I'm on a decline bench. So I've just fucking roly-poly. Just rolled up.
That's funny.
Luckily the dumbbells didn't crush me.
Yeah.
But people straight away were like, oh my god, and I popped up like, what just happened? And then another one was where that pull down machine.
Yeah.
Snapped the cable.
Did ya?
Yeah, it's quite heavyweight too, so I snapped the cable, and then the cable's the bars come down, smacked me straight in the bloody forehead, or the nose pretty much, like here, just like, poof. And then rolled back off and didn't black out, but like, saw stars and shit. I got up and I went, whoa, what the fuck just happened then?
Yeah, right.
So it's pretty embarrassing, but like...
The decline bench would be funny. That would have been funny
funny
to see.
Because that was just stupidity.
Yeah.
Whereas obviously that pull down one was probably just, I don't know, poor maintenance on the machine or something.
Yeah, right. I don't know if I have like a really, like I've failed benches or failed lifts and stuff and I'm kind of just stuck and depending on you just go, fuck, just roll out.
Yeah.
I reckon embarrassing moments when I'll be training somewhere, I'll turn around, I'll smack my head on like a pull down bar. Or I'll hit my head on something and I'll pretend like I'm not in like about to cry. Like, I'm not about to go, have a full twinge.
You know the cable machines at World Gym in Bathurst?
Yeah.
And they've got like those little handles that come out?
Yeah.
The amount of times I've gone to go pick up my water bottle on an iPad when I'm working with a client and come back up and just gone, whack, and I just go, like, I swear I could probably scream from that kind of pain.
Yeah, and you just like,
and you just gotta, breathe and work through it and you just go, and then your client's going, are you okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm fine. And you got tears rolling down.
Yeah, I'm good. I reckon, actually, embarrassing moment, I think it was doing dumbbell press. And I dropped the dumbbells and I had a big 2-litre like plastic water bottle and smashed it and it was full, smashed it everywhere and I just was like, fuck an idiot. Cause there's just 2 litres of water everywhere. And
it's a lot of liquid.
It wasn't even heavy dumbbells, like, I don't know, like 30 kilos, 35 kilos or something. Like it wasn't heavy at all. So that was probably my most embarrassing one.
Recently, sorry, I'll just add this one in anyway.
So,
I was moving a bench. And you know how they have a handle under the seat there?
Yeah.
I decided to use the actual bottom of the thing instead of using the handle. And when I wanted to put it down, I trapped my finger and broke the fingertip.
That's retarded.
Yeah, I know it's bad. But like, I tried to brush it off and I'm going,
yeah, or slamming your fingers in between weights.
And I was like,
right? Actually, that reminds me, I was tired one night, I was training. It was like 6, 7 p.m. and I just saw the 20 and I just pulled the 20 off. And I didn't, for whatever reason, didn't see like the 10 in front of it.
I just dropped it.
And dropped straight on the thing. And then see you later, turn out.
Yeah.
And then you gotta walk around and go, nah, fine. Inside you're dying.
Yeah. And you're still walking funny.
Yeah. And you're just like, nah, gotta keep binging. Alright, let's do an education one. How much caffeine is too much caffeine?
I'll drink all the caffeine, if I'm honest. As long as it's before like midday. After midday.
1,000 megs before midday, no drama.
Well, the thing is, look, I've had some, I'm at uni, there's a lot of times where I'll abuse caffeine, but if I'm not needing it, I won't drink it, really. I use it more for that, obviously the effects of it. I love good coffee in the morning. Like, what was it yesterday? I only had one coffee throughout the whole day. But today I've had a coffee and I've had an OxyShred and that's because I woke up and, drove here and had to get ready for this. So other than that, unless I go train, but I'll take a non-stim if I'm training in the afternoon. I used to have the stims before going to the gym in the evenings and I'm like, oh man, I can't really sleep. And why is that?
You're smashing
and then I'm like, that explains a lot. Yeah.
I dare say probably 400 milligrams for most people. It's like the cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for 1 to 2 strong coffees, maybe 1 or 2 scoops of a pre-workout.
I think it's 80 milligrams of caffeine per shot, isn't it?
Yeah. About 80 to, so a shot of espresso is anywhere between 75 and 90 milligrams.
Yeah.
And then the daily recommended intake from the Australia Dietary Food Guidelines is 400 milligrams for a large human.
I'm a large human.
Yeah, we're all large humans.
It can actually come down to an individual too, right? Yeah. Like some people they could crush a 400 milligram drink of caffeine straight away and not even feel the effects.
Yeah.
Right? I guess the indicators would be if you're feeling nervous or anxious, irritable, heart racing, trouble sleeping, then you've most likely gone over your daily dose.
Yeah.
So judge it by that, by the person.
I'm going to be the scientist to give actual data, but Sports Nutrition Australia recommend anywhere between 0.3 to 0.6 milligrams per kilo of body weight. Right. Okay. For an individual, which can enhance performance. Oh, what a wanker. So if you're taking one of us, we're roughly 100 kilos. That's anywhere between 300 to 600 milligrams, and 600 being the top, which can enhance performance.
So it's more like your mid then.
So 400.
That sounds about right for like what I normally have.
Yeah, so 400 for the average person is top end range, which is probably a strong coffee and a scoop of a mid-range pre-workout. In saying that, I've had 1,500 milligrams in a day when I was pumping in PT 50 sessions a week, like 1,500 milligrams, and I've counted. I'm like, why am I shaking? And I look back and I recounted, so I've pushed the limit.
Because here's the thing, is like I notice if I eat really well throughout my day, I don't actually need that much, obviously.
No, and
so it's, when you think about it, if you're sleeping well, you're eating well, you can have a little bit and like that enhances it, but other than that, I don't think it's really that necessary.
No. And I would even go as far as to say no one should need more than 400 milligrams, and if you do, you've just got to suck it up and grit and bear it. Yeah, even if you're in a heavy deficit, even if you're like, anything more than 400, anything after 400, it's not going to help you. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's like going to kick-ons. You just go to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go to kick-ons.
Stop chasing the high.
Yeah, stop chasing the high. Just
Just
go.
have a kid.
Yeah.
You know, have a little 20-minute nap, lie down, close your eyes, breathe, meditate, I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and then obviously you see people like have side effects of that, like they're anxious, nervous, can't sleep well if they're then also going to bed late. But
Even the other thing with that is that you might not have noticeable side effects, but when you pull back, you will have significantly improved sleep. You will not feel as anxious, even though you're not attributing some of the side effects to the caffeine. When you pull it back, you'll feel a million times better.
yeah.
So if you're at energy maintenance, there's no reason for you to go over 400 megs. Alright, fun one. It's the go-to music to pump you up before a session or during big sesh. What's
Depends on what I'm training. Leg day, heavy metal.
Yeah. I'm there.
What's heavy metal? Like, name a band. Disturbed.
There's metal, then there's heavy metal. So there's a different, like, what's it? Bratha. 2. Alex and Terrible.
Oh, yeah.
There's some of his stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
Slaughters to White.
That's Slaughters to Prevail.
Yeah.
That's,
Slaughters to Prevail, yeah.
Sander.
I can't think of them now, but Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive's good.
Parkway Drive.
OG Aussie band.
Parkway, Carrot, you know the song Carrot?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I've got that on my whole iPod, so.
That was like one of the first ones for me.
Yeah, 100% Parkway Drive goes hard. I'm either heavy metal or heavy dubstep, like just, which is like, where it's like, no, but it's not that. It's like literally like, because they'll actually do like, dubstep DJs will mix with metal bands. And then it'll be like, you must die. And it'll be, instead of a heavy metal drop, it will be a heavy dubstep drop, and it's just noise in my ears.
Yeah. I think, I'm definitely heavy metal, a lot lately as well. But otherwise, like some good old 90s hip hop or like, you know, like a bit more like some drill, but like more like, not like the 1/4 kind of drill, but more like the UK drill where it's a bit more like,
I'll go UK grime.
grime, that's the one. Yeah, it's a bit more like,
if I'm in a chill session, I don't feel like I need to be amped, or I'm just kind of zoned in and relaxing on this. I got Storms, I got Dave.
This is all that kind of stuff too.
A little bit of Central C. Mad.
Yeah. I won't shy away from a bit of Avril Lavigne now sometimes. Paramore.
hey,
Paramore goes right. Paramore goes right.
Paramore goes up. Yeah.
Some soft rock with a chick's voice.
Do you know the Disney, like Mulan?
Yes.
I'll make a thing out of you. This is what Paris did, I'm dead next to that. I'm gonna be a man. I'm gonna be a man.
I like agreeing with you on that.
It fucking goes hard.
Bit Taylor Swift.
Yeah, cool. If you really want to hate your life and just want to punish yourself even more, then
I was joking with that one. No Tay-Tay.
What's the most overrated supplement you see people using?
BCS.
Yeah. Cool. Explain.
Well, basically, if you're getting enough protein in through your diet, then there's no point taking them, right? Because, you're taking in whey isolate, chicken, eggs, beef, that kind of stuff. You're already getting enough of your amino acids through that. You know, and leucine too, which is the key driver for protein synthesis. So taking BCSA is adding more on top essentially, and it's just not needed.
You just pissed it out.
Yeah, there's no point.
Yeah. The
Redundant for most.
only caveat I'll say to that is, so there's just everyone out there, because I know what my client's going to be like, but there's BCAAs, which branch chain amino acids, and there's EAAs, which is the essential amino acids.
ones, yes.
There's some benefits in having essential amino acids if you're training first thing in the morning fasted, because that can act as a protein feeding.
Yes.
So that's the only time I'll recommend it for people who are training first thing in the morning. And I'll be like, hey, especially during energy deficit, I'll be like, hey, you can't actually eat. It's going to be advantageous for you to have some EAAs to sip on in your training. That might be advantageous as well. And most of them will have a hydration matrix in there as well, which is why it's beneficial.
Yeah. But
exactly what Ben said, BCA is bullshit.
Pretty much.
Jesse, you got one?
Not really, no. I mean, I think as long as you're sticking to the basics, protein, creatine, you know, you can get a bit of a pre-workout in there, obviously. Outside of that, I don't really dive much into other supplements. I don't think there's much, you know. I think that most of it comes from your nutrition, sleep, recovery. I think magnesium's a good one to add in there as well to use, but, you know, if you're focused mainly on your nutrition, your training, and your recovery, then you supplement on top of that, then, you know, the basics is all you need, like your protein, creatine.
Do you reckon you could almost say, right, 90% of the stuff out there is overrated? Because at the end of the day, basics is the best thing, right?
I'm going to say
There's a couple of things that are very advantageous, like you said. But
there's needs
yeah.
and then there's wants.
Yes.
95% of the shit out there is a want.
100%.
There's literally protein and creatine, and even there's protein and creatine, which is a need.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone needs that.
Yeah.
Outside of that, everything else is a want.
That's what I was
Pretty
thinking. So,
Yeah.
Just eat good food, get good sleep, train hard.
Yeah. So my one that I think is overrated is L-carnitine.
oh yeah, I've heard about
Ingested
that, actually.
L-carnitine as a powder. So the reason why it doesn't work is because when it gets ingested by the gut, it doesn't actually, it's meant to mobilize the fat in the cell. When it gets ingested by the gut, it doesn't actually do that. Like you just won't get that response. You'll feel like you're sweating more and you'll be like, oh, I'm burning fat. It's not really doing much. Injectable L-carnitine might have some, you know, benefits and people use it, but whether you want to go that way, you might as well just do fucking gear. If you're doing injectable, well, if you're doing injectable L-carnitine, you might as well just jump on a cycle, man. Like,
But this is the thing as well, is like I think a lot of people are too quick to jump down that train.
no, I agree.
And then, yeah, I'm not saying that you're not obviously saying that, but yeah, a lot of people are too quick, you know, to go, oh, you know what, I'm just going to hop on after like trying half-assed for like 2-3 years and wondering why they're not getting results. But then, you know, anyway, that's a discussion for another time.
That's a whole other question.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
But yeah, L-carnitine is probably the overrated one, and then obviously there's greens powders out there as well, and all the other stuff you can go into, but I would say that's probably the most overrated. Protein, creatine, if you wanted a pre-workout or a non-stimulant, go for it. And then from the health side of things, I think there was a question in here about what supplements to take. The only ones that I would recommend is vitamin D, fish oil, and then potentially some nighttime sleep supplements like magnesium glycinate or ashwagandha.
It's pretty much all I take right now.
Alright, this is a fun one. Ben, you can't really answer this. Jesse can, and I can. You can't really. You can envisage, and you can pretend.
Okay.
Does a bald head make you live more?
Well, being on both sides of that coin, I mean,
Yeah, that's why I kind of gave it to you, bro. You shaved it before, eh?
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say I'm at my strongest now with a full head of hair.
Mm.
Not a full head, but, you know, more hair than I had when I was bald. But I also think eventually down the line, if things just keep going back, then I think we'll have to embrace the bald. But, you know, I think it'll be a lifetime science experiment.
I'm going to say for me, one, yes, it does, because I'm stronger now than when I was when I had hair, because I'm just 5 years older. But it definitely makes you look meaner.
It does.
It definitely makes me appear meaner, and I've had people be like, and I've just got to be, if I'm training, I have to be so geared into a set, otherwise I'm thinking about 1,000 other things I'm not going to vary, so I have to be so, like, retardedly in. And I've had people be like, you train, like, really, like, angry. I'm like, I've got to do 200 kilos, and like, I have to.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be like, oh, I'm just going to mosey on in and just get a pump. Like, I have to be there. So people will be like, have to. So, it probably makes you look a little bit meaner when you...
Makes you look older.
But look, if anyone wants to try, feel free to shave your head and, let us know how you go. Ben, you're never allowed to shave your head, otherwise that will actually piss me off. Because...
I'm told that a lot.
No, you can't. If you shave your head, that will annoy me.
I feel like I want to do something to it though.
No, you're not allowed to, bro. You
I'll go to
can't.
a hairdresser and get them to like do some mad braiding.
Yeah,
Like,
you can get
a
it.
little Viking.
Yeah, you can get a Viking plait. That's alright. You just can't cut it.
And then grow your beard out and plait it into your beard.
I actually had that topic of conversation with someone the other day and they said, don't you dare do that. Why?
Plait your hair into your beard?
No, like, not plait it into it, no.
Oh.
No. But if I grew the beard out and had that as a little plait too.
Oh, yeah? Why? And they told you not to do it?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Oh.
I did try to do it once. I did get it like pretty long.
Yeah.
It was a nightmare.
Yeah.
It's literally pubes on your face. This is a different type of hair. This is soft.
Yeah.
Soft and smooth. This is rough and coarse.
So yeah, it gets itchy and shit. And,
You've never heard of beard oil or?
Yeah.
yeah, but it's a lot of effort, man.
Yeah, I know.
No,
I've already got to wash this fucking thing. And I've got to wash that too. I mean, yeah. And all the oils.
Yeah.
I give it a good scrub, and once it gets to a certain length, you can't really scrub it. It's so coarse.
Yeah.
You gotta spend it.
Comb
You gotta comb it,
Nah.
And you gotta get the iron, like the straight iron thing. Have you
Yeah.
ever actually had it?
I've had a bit of a beard before, yeah, but I don't like it that much.
Yeah, it looks shit. When I last competed, it was like down here, and I just look like bad, like Brian off the
You
cigarette.
do, yeah.
Yeah, just
Brian.
like Brian,
Yeah.
on their dead, like
With crap face too.
Yeah, 4%
Bit of
body
crack
fat,
at it.
just sunken eyes and shit.
Yeah.
This dirty bit is disgusting. Alright. Why is RPE/RIR so important? So do you want to, let's deliberate what RPE is and what RIR is and what the difference is between the two, because there is a difference, and then explain why it's so important.
So RPE is rate perceived exhaustion.
Yep.
Yep. Reps in reserve.
Reps in reserve. For
So what's the difference?
Yeah. Good question. I actually know that.
So the difference in my mind is more so like rate of perceived exertion. So how hard did it feel versus reps in reserve is like how many more reps could you have done, taking into consideration your form, like making sure that you're looking like your form feels good, you're not going to cause any injury. There was one other thing there, but I forgot. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So the easiest way I explain it is if I get a female who's smack bang right before her period or just coming into it, and I go get her to go do a leg press and I say how that feels, she's going to say it feels extremely hard. I've got an RPE 10, but she's got 5 reps left in the tank, right? So that's, or if you felt, that's probably the easiest way to explain it and the easiest situation.
Okay.
So just because it feels hard doesn't mean you were close to failure.
You see that a lot. I see that a lot with new clients.
Yeah.
And you go, how hard did that feel? Like, oh man, like it felt real hard. Like I don't know how many more reps do you think you could have done? And they say, oh, maybe 1. And you're like, but you see how that looks. And you go, you could have gone like another 6, but we're not there yet to push you that far. Or you're gonna hate your life.
You really can't. But if you had a gun to your head, you could.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. So why are they important? First of all, what do we use and why do we use that and why is it important? So Ben, when you're programming, what do you use?
What do I use?
Yep.
As in,
for intensity, when you're telling the client how intense you want to go, use RPE or do you use RIR?
RIR.
Yep, cool.
I think it's easier for them to understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's easy for you to say, look, we're going to aim for 10. We're going to choose a weight that, it's going to challenge you somewhat, but realistically, if you could have done 2 or 3 more, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Yeah, because it's giving you enough stimulus without burning you out.
Yeah, I'm quite the same. I think, it's also then an easy way for me to, well, so is RPE, but for beginners a lot, it's kind of like, okay, you did 10 reps of dumbbell chest press with 20 kilos, and you felt like you had 1 rep in reserve this week for 3 sets, 2 sets, whatever. Next week, we're going to just try and make that either easier, make it feel like you've got 2 reps in reserve, or we're going to try and push for those extra 2 reps or 1 rep or whatever.
Yeah. And
then you kind of just like look at the data and you go, okay, this is what I did last week, how many reps, weight, via all the sets, and this is how hard each set felt. And you can kind of see as well then, first set was like 2, second set was 1, third set felt like nothing in the tank.
Yeah.
So then next week we come back and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, 2, 1, 1. In reserve. Okay, 2, 2, 2 in reserve. Okay, let's push up for the reps then. That makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. And then what you'll find is that 2 reps in reserve to failure was actually 6 reps away, and then by the end of the block you're like, oh, actually this is where value is.
Yeah.
Right? So in my mind, RP is arbitrary and RIR is a set value. Like reps in, like to failure is a set value. So that's why telling people to push, and especially once you get more advanced, when I've got 0 reps in reserve, that's push yourself. And then most of the time, most people won't actually fail, and they'll be like, oh, actually, I've got an extra rep, and it won't be until the end of the block where like I actually hit failure. And you're like, cool.
Yeah. And it's not until they find that, until they go to that point of failure where they go, oh, That's what failure is.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah, that's what, I'm not being able to actually get back up.
Yeah.
Oh, instead of gliding through my last rep, it's like, I got stuck at the bottom of this.
I had to roll out of the hack squat.
Yeah.
I had to drop the bar for an RDL.
Yeah.
I literally failed, yeah.
Because I feel like with, especially the clients that I've got that are brand new to the gym, right? So obviously they're not really knowing what to expect. You know, when you're going through your set, right? You're working through your set and you start to get the burning sensation. That's enough for them to call it quits. They think, that was really hard. I'm like, yeah, okay. It might have felt really hard, but your last rep actually looked like your first.
Yeah.
So realistically, we could push you harder.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh.
You know what's good though is like actually filming it and showing them. And hey, like here's what your first rep looks like and this is what your last rep looks like. And they go, oh yeah. And then when they're a bit more experienced, you go, this is what your last rep just looked like. And they see that replay of them actually dying and they're like, oh, that's near failure. That's pretty much failure right there.
Yeah. That's the sweet spot right there.
Yeah. But obviously taking into consideration, like again, I think it's important.
Hydration, fatigue,
There's a lot of things,
all the other factors.
Mechanically as well, not pushing to the point where you're going to injure yourself or you're no longer targeting that much. That's what it was. Yeah. So if you're doing a squat, trying to prioritize like your foot placement to foot, like go more knee flexion, ankle flexion, trying to get those quads. But then all of a sudden your glutes start coming in, you know, you start like shifting around a lot more. It's like, okay.
You hip shift up, shift first and all that
Yeah, we're no longer actually, targeting the quads as much as we want, so it's probably best to call it.
Yeah. It's failure to the targeted muscle, not just failure of your body and shutdown. So,
yes.
Yeah. Alright, I got this question which is funny, and then we got a serious one here that's wrong answer. Who's most likely to cry in a Disney movie?
I don't think I've ever cried in the Disney movies.
I don't think Ben's ever cried. It's got to be you.
Yeah, I'd say many. I've cried in many Disney movies.
I'll admit I've gotten pretty emotional.
Yeah.
I don't think I've cried during one now.
I'd get halfway through and start thinking about work. Like, I'd be staring at the wall with or something.
That's, you ask most of my friends and they say, like, I'll watch movies with terrible acting and get really invested in it. And I'll go, this is a great movie. And they watch it and they go, it's terrible acting. What are you talking about?
Fucking B grade.
Yeah. They're like C grade. And I'm like, I cried at the end. So there's that.
It was a comedy, I cried.
Yeah. Happy Gilmore, I cried. So yeah, there's that one.
Yeah. I don't know. There's no real, sad Disney. Is there sad Disney movies?
Yeah.
Just when, all I think of is when.
Yeah, like Lion King.
Oh,
Mufasa.
Yeah.
That was a heart-triggering moment.
Yeah.
Pulling at the heartstrings. That one was.
Elsa gets locked in the bedroom, that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about, Tarzan?
Oh,
yeah.
I think that fucked me up a little bit, yeah.
That was one of my favourites growing up.
Yeah, and what's the...
Hercules was a bit sad too.
Yeah.
Hercules is a good one,
Yeah.
I'm just remembering I haven't watched it in ages.
But what they all typically do, they make you sad and then at the end it's like,
yay! Yeah, I have to, yeah.
So,
Fairy tales.
Alright, how do I explain to my family why I can't eat certain foods even though they're healthy? So I'm pretty sure I know who this question's from. This person is going to a pretty heavy dieting phase, actually pre-prep phase, because looking to compete, and we need to lock in, and it's just, we're eating what's on the meal plan. How do they explain to their family that they can't eat certain foods?
It's a great question.
It's an awesome question.
I mean, if you're going to, here's the thing, is like grandparents, if you don't eat their food while you're preparing for a comp, it can be a brutal conversation.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, oh, it's okay, like I've got my own food, and they're like, what do you mean? Like, you don't want my food, my family's dish?
It was slaved in the oven for hours and hours on end,
but then you explain to them why. Like, I think telling them why and educating them around like what you have to do in the process.
Yeah.
That can help. Like, it's like information's power, right? So if you can inform them about like what the reasoning is and explain a bit more, and, you know, hopefully then they can support you through that and go, okay, well, you know, when I visited my parents during prep, it was, you know, the first time was a bit funny like that, but then after that, our mum goes, all right, come to visit, like, what do we need, like, food-wise for you, and, you know, helping with that. So that was easy, but, you know, maybe that's a bit different, but...
Yeah. I would say explaining why the goal is important, to to you, why it's important to you, explaining what the goal is, and sometimes, especially for the older generation, just explain what you're doing and why. Because, and then even making them understand, hey, I have to eat this food, and they'll go, oh, okay, no dramas.
Yeah.
But then still being present when you're there, right? It's just literally, you're just not eating the same food that's on the table. You're still sitting at the table, you're still there, present, you're still being, you're still being you. Essentially they invited you over so they can see you, or, you're going there so that you can hang out with them. The food is just the thing that's drawing you over there. But as long as you're still present and you're still able to be yourself, and they still get you and don't get, the prep brain, or, they're not emotionally disconnected, then I think you'd be fine.
Yeah.
I think the same goes as well in like cases of hanging out and going out with friends, and like, say you're going out to, a restaurant or something for a friend's birthday and you can't eat out because you're in the back end of your prep. Yeah. But you just explain to them ahead and you go, hey, I'll be there, celebrate you, but at the end, I can't actually eat what's on available, but I'll be there, and I'll be, as long as you're present. I think that's a massive key point there.
Yeah, I agree. And you'll cop shit for maybe like once for 30 seconds, and then after the first minute, then people forget, and they'll just be like, oh yeah, Bree's here, Ben's here, Jesse's here, it's all good. Like, do you know what I mean? Same with alcohol, like they're like, oh, you want to drink? You're like, no, I can't, don't do that anyway, but especially can't now, but you know what I mean?
So don't drink.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you do?
We're in the pub, what do you mean you don't have a beer?
Yeah. Fuck. No, but yes, it is tough. I think the biggest thing that people will do is they'll make it harder than it needs to be, because you get anxious around it. So you probably built up in your head to be a big thing. When you actually explain to people, be like, hey, sorry, I can't. Like, then it's hard for the first 30 seconds, and after that, people are like, oh, okay, no drums.
Yeah.
So,
or they continue making jokes about how much protein's in your meal. Every time.
And they go, can you eat that? And you go, yes, I can. It seems like I can eat that. And if they're really that, like, if it's really that debilitating, then yeah, you just need to associate yourself with other people. But I understand that's hard if it's family. But I think for the most part, if you explain to people that it's a finite period of time, and this is why it's important to you, then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you said, I think people build it up to be a bit more of a bigger deal than it actually is. Like, it is just food.
Yeah.
If you're there to socialise with everyone and you are present with everyone, that's the biggest thing, obviously.
100%.
Food's just food.
It's not forever.
Yeah.
It's not forever.
No.
It's not like you've turned up to an event and you're like, oh yeah, can't eat that food, I'm gonna eat my own, and I'm not drinking. Then they all of a sudden think that it's a new you now. You're not ever gonna do that again. Ever. It's like, no, it's just for this period in time, I'm working up to do this. After that, we can go and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not like it's forever.
Yeah.
100%. Oh, this is a good one. What's the one training mistake you wish more people would stop making?
Not warming up. Not warming up.
Cool. I actually had a question about this morning. So how do you warm up? So let's say you're going in for upper body day. What are you doing to warm up? Like, how do you...
I'd say you warm up the area you're about to train.
So walking on the treadmill for 5 minutes probably isn't warming up, right?
No. I mean, it's not a bad way to start, get the blood moving around you.
Yeah.
And then go and do some dynamic stretching, bit of mobility, opening up, stretching through the movements, but no static stretching though. Yeah. That's something you would do after, so that's more of a cool down. So for a warm up, more like dynamic stretching, so moving through a range of motion.
Yeah. So doing the exercise, like say you're going to do a dumbbell press, instead of you're going straight to 20s, you go to 10s.
Got something.
Just doing the movement lighter, like if you can do it with body weight, do it with body weight, that sort of thing. So not warming up. Jesse?
I did legs yesterday, so I warmed up with the 20 kilo barbell and did more of like working through the motion, through the extended range of motion. Just doing hinge, and then after that did some leg swings.
Yeah.
So I go out in front and then obviously side to side. And then after that I did a plank for my core, and then loaded up with 60 kilos and did 15 reps just to get the blood pumping. And then after that was like gradually working up. So I went 100, 140, 180, and the reps dropped down. And then eventually I'm like 200, did my set. And then after that, other than went into leg press and did one feeler set at 30 300, then jumped up to the 380 and then did my working sets.
Yeah.
After that, we had 4 more exercises and there was no need for warm up because my legs are already pumping. So it was literally just load and go. So also then just like, a 2-hour session, but imagine if you just warming up and everything. Yeah, well, yeah. But then also thinking like, I used to do a lot of, say went into hip thrust, went to 160 straight away. But last time I would have probably gone like 80, 100, 120, or 120 and 160.
Yeah.
But I just go 160 now because my hips already warm, and my legs are warm, so there's no need for it.
Cool. Is there any other training mistakes you see people make outside of warming up?
Overtraining.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. I think a lot of people, spend, just too much time doing this, almost the same exercises, but on a lateral. So it's like, like they do like 3 different tricep extensions.
Yeah.
It's like, you could just do one really hard.
Yeah.
Or
the classic one is the flyers where they'll do mid-range and they'll do top range and
Yeah.
they'll do some fucking uppers and stuff.
Yeah.
3 sets of flyers.
Yeah.
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 The big one I reckon as well is ego lifting.
Cool.
See a lot of
I agree.
males in general more than anyone, really.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really see a lot of females do that because they're a bit more cautious. It's just how their brains wired, whereas men just go in and go, what the fuck? Not everyone, but most males that you see in the gym that are a bit uneducated, they just go in and just think about the weight more than anything else. That's the important thing.
I
Do
agree.
you?
Sometimes.
Guilty. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna I agree with everything you said,
Mm.
but I'm gonna caveat and say that if we didn't ego lift, we wouldn't have the mass that we have right now.
Yeah.
Right? So my thing I was gonna say is that, like, at some point you're gonna have to lift some fucking weight, man. Like, if you want to build some muscle, you have to move some weight from A to B. So I don't think that, like, if you should have your primary movements in there and they should be heavier movements. I mean, they don't have to be, like, let's say you're doing back, they don't have to be a barbell bent over row, they could be a chest supporter row, but that's where you are fucking slamming that weight, you're pushing hard.
Yeah.
I don't think that, one of your first 3 exercises for a back day should be a single arm iliac pull down where you're bracing with the cable and really squeezing, or the seated cable row where you're really like squeezing and crunching in, getting good squeeze. Like, man, just move some weight, focus on the compounds first, the primary movements first. And then if you want to add them in at the end, then you can do that.
Yeah.
But simplify your workout, keep it simple, and move weight from A to B until you build up enough muscle mass where you can be like, okay, cool, I need to build some more, lat. I'm going to add a couple of sets of this in at the end and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But on the ego thing, you're right. But what I was meaning is they're not even getting the weight from A to B.
Yeah, I agree.
That's where it's like, okay, put it back.
Yeah. I pull about myself back on that a lot sometimes. Yeah.
Like sometimes even I'll start at that and think, I'm feeling good that day, I'm feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
And I might go, stack the weight on the hack squat or whatever it is, and I'll get halfway down and go, oh no, this is a bad idea.
Yeah.
But instead of letting the ego take over and just trying to do some half-assed shitty little reps, I'll admittedly just rack it and take the weight off.
Yeah.
Hit it back a bit. Whereas sometimes you'll see some people and they're just like, they're moving this much.
Yeah.
It's
I
like,
told you about that last time I did hack squat.
Yeah.
I loaded up to, 180? And I just think I was after a shift and I was like, oh yeah, I got this. I did this last week for 2 sets of 8. Like I got this for 10 this week. I think I got to rep 3 and I couldn't get back up and I was like, oh, I'm going to go back and
yeah. I think leg press is the biggest one.
yeah.
You see people
stacked
up.
I saw it last night. I saw it last night. Someone had literally 12 plates aside and I looked at them like, it's impossible. We're not doing it properly. And I took my client over there and fair enough, we peeled the weight back and we had nowhere near that weight, but he was getting full hamstring to calf. He was getting full flex, getting good range. And he was quivering after doing half the amount, nowhere near the amount of weight.
Yeah.
So I would say my thing is if you see, I've seen a few people and it might be of the younger generation where say they're trying to build their quads and they're on a hack squat and they got really narrow footed and they're trying to go, do a sissy stance and that sort of thing. And they're going 3 second eccentric and that sort of thing. That's great. But I really just think if you just did a normal squat in a normal foot position and just moved weight from A to B without your bum lifting off the pad, you're going to get more growth. Like,
Yeah.
I think hyper isolation needs to just be pulled back a little bit and just lift some weight first, and then you'll grow.
Don't overcomplicate it.
Yeah, 100%.
Keep it simple, stupid.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we are fucking pumping through, bro.
Simple, stupid.
That's the...
I'm a bodybuilder.
Yeah, I think just on that note, it's like, there's like a time and a place for both. Like,
Yeah,
either
I agree.
and then there's also like, yeah, I think I'm getting to a point now where I'm like, oh, next block I'm probably going to be dialing it back and getting a lot more range of motion, especially on my leg press, getting to a point where I'm like, the weight's just so heavy, and I'm sacrificing my range for
Exactly.
the movement. And I want to get that movement back and that depth and that range of motion, which is, going to cost me,
Cool.
quite a few plates.
Well, this is a fun one.
Cool.
And would you rather never have to sleep again or never have to eat again?
Never have to eat again.
Sleep.
I
I love food.
love food too, but I'm also,
No, but you could choose. Do you want
an extra 12 hours a fucking day that you got then.
yeah, but then think about like, you're always awake.
So? But
That'd be lonely as fuck.
That's what I was thinking.
No,
I enjoy a good night's sleep.
Alright, let's say you can choose. You can switch off and go, tonight I'm not going to sleep for this week, I'm still going to feel fine. Or I'm not going to eat for this week, it's a switch, you can flick it on.
I don't think that's how the question's presented.
No, never have to.
I thought it was for everyone. So if you're the only person who never sleeps again, then that would be pretty lonely.
Yeah, it's for you, bro. What, you're still living
I don't know why.
It's not like the whole world is just taking the
The whole
pill.
world.
So, like, you can choose. If you want to sleep, you can, but you don't have to. If you want to eat, you can, but you don't have to.
Oh, but you can switch it on and off.
Yeah.
Okay, but you can't switch between the two.
I think if the question was worded you can't eat again or you can't sleep again, then I agree, then that's odd. Then that would be tough, but it's
Okay, so
never,
just-
you never,
Say the question again.
would you rather never have to sleep again
Have to sleep again.
or never have to eat again?
Okay, well in that case, never have to sleep again.
Yeah.
Because then if there's times where I'm like, man, I've got to, if I don't need to sleep, I can stay up for longer. And then just switch it on and
Yeah,
off.
because I always say this to myself, I'm like, it's not enough hours in a day.
Yeah.
Because I get tired and then I want to go to sleep, and if I never have to sleep, then I can just get
If you don't have that urge to sleep, turn that switch off.
But,
But you hate eating.
it just annoys me.
I love food.
I hate eating bodybuilder food throughout the week. If I could choose, I would just not eat throughout the week and then I'd have weekend food.
There, I can,
Who the fuck, I know we enjoy our mince and rice and all that sort of, but really, you're not waking up and going, oh, mince and rice again, whoa.
Yeah.
You're just eating because you're hungry, right?
Yeah.
We're just eating because we have to. If you could just take a Tic Tac and have that macros in there and just go about your day and you wouldn't feel hunger,
Yeah.
I'd do that. Imagine how much easy prep would be.
Nah, I like food.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
alright. I would genuinely I wouldn't eat again and I would just be like, I just have weekend food. I'd have my 1 meal a week where I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna enjoy it.
You know, but food gets me excited. Gets me happy. But sleep doesn't.
Sounds like a puppy dog.
I hate prepping the fucking thing, man. I'm just lazy.
Yeah.
That's me. Cool. You guys are staying up all night. I'm not. I'm gonna be productive as fuck during the day because I have to eat.
Yeah. Me and Jesse are the only persons in the gym.
Let's go, boy.
Yeah.
That'd be alright, actually.
Yeah.
Just got the fucking Parkway Drive blaring.
Yeah.
No one's there but us. Getting the lights.
Yeah. Whoa, pause.
No, for good lighting, you know?
Yeah.
Alright, what if 1RM had a mascot? What would it be and why?
I want to hear your answer first.
Yeah, I want to hear your answer, yeah.
Alright. I joke around and be a sausage dog because we got there, but genuinely, if we were going to make an apparel with some sort of print on there, that would be a cool design. I was genuinely thinking like a polar bear or something like that.
Okay.
If you see the
I feel like that was coming.
if you think like a band tee, like an acid wash band tee, you've seen like the supplement store Knockout, shout outs to them, they had like a wolf and there was like an acid wash band tee. I was thinking something of a similar like that.
But like a polar bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Polar bears are sick too.
Jack, probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a Jack polar bear or something like that.
Yeah.
Like a boss one. Otherwise, we're being fucking stupid, then it's Bear, because he's Bear. But what would you say?
Bear but Jacked, yeah. That's the first thing that comes to mind, because Bear's obviously like,
Jack sausage
you
dog.
know, a Jack sausage dog. I like the idea of a polar bear. I don't mind that. I've never really thought of it, to be honest, so.
Yeah.
A chicken with jacked legs.
That's
chicken.
well, there's chicken legs.
Chicken legs.
Yeah.
You've all got stick legs, then you just got this one that's got fucking big
Jacked
jacked
legs. 1RM.
Chickens are just insects with feathers, though.
What?
They taste good though.
Where does that come from?
I mean, they're ugly fucking things, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind a rooster. They're pretty good looking.
Okay.
What do you think?
Good looking rooster, eh?
Rooster.
Good looking rooster.
Really bit
Yeah, there's some nice colours to them. The hens are pretty fucking boring, but
Yeah, they don't really do too much.
no.
Maybe we can play around with it when we make
Isn't it
it.
funny how in nature it's the men that are beautiful? Like, the males, sorry. Because they have, do you know what I mean? Like all the male birds.
Yeah, because they got to do
Really
the
like-
dance and do
Yeah,
the
yeah,
tracks and
dance.
The
shit.
female birds are just boring.
Yeah.
A peacock?
One colour. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, maybe we can play around with some chickens and polar bears on the next apparel drop.
I know, I do agree with the polar bear. That'd be sick. Okay.
On the jersey or something. Like just like imagine like a circle and then like a
A chicken head.
Not a chicken head. It's got to be the whole chicken. But with jacked legs.
fair enough. Fair. Like kind of like what was the rooster from the from like the Walt from
Walt Disney, yeah.
yeah
It was something in Rooster, wasn't it?
yeah.
What?
Do you not remember? It was the bulldog and Rooster.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. You know that?
What one?
I don't know.
What's
It's
it from?
Walt Disney.
Oh, yeah, okay. That narrows
Not
it
Walt
down.
Disney, sorry. Warner Brothers.
Oh, Warner Brothers. Now that's
Ah,
narrowed it
yeah,
down.
yeah.
I've still got no idea.
No? It's not ringing any bells.
No, is it?
Like Bugs Bunny and
Oh,
and Jerry.
yeah, no, I do know. Yeah. He's a big rooster.
yeah, big white
Yeah,
rooster.
I know which one we're talking about now.
Yeah. That's it.
Alright, we're back on track.
Big
Cool.
coach rooster.
Let's pull it back in, and this may be one of our last questions. But what are your opinions on taking progress photos daily?
Oh, Daily's a bit excessive.
Daily's excessive.
Cool.
I pose daily just because I'm constantly like trying to perfect the craft, I guess, and just try new things, especially going from physique where all you do is front, side, and back poses to then classic. Obviously, you can get a lot more creative. But progress pics daily to see a difference, you're not going to see any really.
No. You know, I would go once a week and that's at most, and then even then you could, you know, depending on what, if you're actively bodybuilding and like, you know, then definitely once a week, then potentially, if you're not, then potentially once a fortnight so you can see, you know, so you can actually see changes in the physique. But, yeah, I definitely wouldn't be taking the daily, like you could take them daily if you, especially for the posing side of things, and you can keep them or whatever, but I wouldn't be comparing daily.
No.
No.
What are you doing on the daily to kind of stay on track with things?
Is that a question?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Oh, what do I do on daily?
Like, so someone's like, right, I'm going to do fucking everything you tell me to do. What daily things are they doing that's going to keep them on track in terms of like
Track your body weight in the morning.
body weight?
Every morning,
And
yeah.
that's first thing in the morning, right? So,
First thing in the morning.
yeah, after you wake up, go to the toilet, go for a piss, and then jump on them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
probably body weight. What were you going to say?
Brush your teeth.
Yeah, okay.
Nah. Obviously hydration, nutrition. Are we talk what?
It was more so for tracking data. So like it's pretty much tracking body weight and
Every day to be track your bloody weights.
Well, and that's the goal.
Actually input what you're doing in the thing.
Yeah.
Input your weight on a daily basis. Because the more data, the better, right? That we have to go up.
See the fluctuations.
It's a little bit annoying when you've got a client that doesn't do it, and then you go in and you go, right, I don't even know what you did last week because you didn't put it in. So
I've had
I've got nothing to go off.
Yeah.
from a training perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
To be fair, I do have a few clients that are dialed in and out already. They're like, yeah, like, what do I need to do? I'm like, oh, do this. And
Yeah.
they're straight onto it. Like, so.
Yeah.
So on the body weight thing, let's say someone's a little bit nervous about tracking their body weight and a little like they first come in and they're scared to track their body weight, especially when you ask them to do it daily. Like, how do you get past that? How do you explain that? Where do we go from there?
Good guy. I don't know how to answer that one.
I think the way that I've worked around it is, especially I think females have a predominantly bigger, issue with it. So I think it comes to a point where you go like, it is a piece of data. It's not the be all end all. The scale weight doesn't show everything. It doesn't show how much your, body has just changed. You've kind of like, you've lost more fat mass and you've put on, especially like at first beginners, obviously, they've started training, they've started eating right, sleeping, doing all this stuff. Okay. They're losing body fat and they're actually just gaining a bit of muscle at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's allowed for the scales to just drop incrementally slightly, but not as much as they probably want. But then you take the progress photos, you take some body measurements, their clothes start fitting differently, they're sleeping a lot better, they're getting stronger, and you go, look at the whole picture, and the scale's only such a small piece of it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to say it. I think they look at the scale and they see the number and they think it's all fat. Not taking into consideration that's your bones, your muscles, your organs, everything. All compiled up into one number.
Yeah.
I would say, and I've had a couple of clients who have come from other coaches who have said, don't worry about tracking body weight. And I've said, no, we're going to do it. And the biggest thing I say is anxiety comes from lack of knowledge. As soon as we can understand why the scale's gone up, or understand what's happening, you don't have anxiety.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Literally, I had a message from a client the other day. She'll know who it is, so shout out to her. But she was like, hey, scale's gone up, but now I know why. Not stressed. Happy days.
Yeah.
It was literally like, cool.
Excellent.
And
That's
it's literally tracking every day. We knew we were coming up. We track our cycle. We knew we were coming up to that time of the month.
Yeah.
It's gone up. She goes, cool. This is it. We go, yeah, no dramas. And then in 10 days time, she dropped a kilo and went back down. So it's being able to understand why it went up, what's happening. Because as soon as it's like the bank account. If you go out on a big night and you don't want to look at your bank account, of course you're going to be nervous, but because you don't know what you spent. Yeah. But as soon as you understand why it's happening and why the number says that, then the scariness goes away and it just becomes a piece of data.
100%. Yeah.
Last question. We'll make this our last question. You're moving to a deserted island, right? You're allowed to bring 3 pieces of equipment to a gym to train, right? What are you picking?
Wait, so 3 pieces of equipment from a gym, that's it? Not
Like,
any equipment ever.
You can pick any equipment ever, but it's only going to be 3 things, right? And you can't say dumbbell set, because that's a whole fucking set of dumbbells. So it's got to be like, you can say cables or whatever, but it's got to be like one thing.
So like barbell.
Yeah.
Does that come with the weight plates?
You can pick 2 weight plates.
Oh. Well, then that's 3 things.
Well, okay. It's like, you can't have a barbell and then you can't be like, oh, I'll take the 1,000 kilo stack of plates as well, because then you can do everything with it, right? So you've got to pick 3, what's 3 things? So you can either pick a barbell with 2 weights, or you pick a set of dumbbells, or you pick machines, or you pick cables. What are you bringing?
It's really hard, man.
Alright, I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'm bringing a cable stack.
Okay.
A small cable stack. You do fucking everything on there, right?
Yeah, I was going to say that, but then what's in the 2?
Right. I'll bring a set of 40 kilo dumbbells.
Well, then that's 3.
A set.
Oh, set.
Yeah, so you can bring a set of dumbbells. You just can't bring the whole dumbbell back, right?
Okay.
And then I'm probably bringing a hack squat.
Okay. Alright, well, yeah, I'd probably do the same. Because then you can do heaps with the cables, heaps with the dumbbells. But I was thinking maybe a Smith, but then you need weight plates.
Smith goes hard.
Because you can do your squats on there, you can do split squats, you can do presses, rows.
Yeah. Alright, so let's say weight plates are included. You're bringing a Smith.
That would be my thing then is, if I could bring plates as well, then I'd do just a barbell, cables, and a bench.
Yeah, barbell, cables, bench, and then you can do fucking everything.
Yeah.
What about pieces? Like, let's just say that you can bring 3 extra pieces of machines. So, like, these are actual machines. You've already got all the basic, or the bare minimum. Okay. What machines are you bringing, and are you going to specify the brand?
Pendulum.
What brand?
Arsenal.
Yeah.
They're
Arsenal?
Is it the one that's
Atlantis. Penrith?
No.
Oh, the Pendragon?
No, the one that we've got,
You're-
Arsenal.
Have you got it? I thought it was Watson.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Arsenal.
Was it? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Because that thing goes hard.
Okay,
That's
cool.
really good.
Arsenal pendulum.
Smith machine. No real particular one.
Just not a shit one.
Just not a...
Why you want one that's angled
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
on a slight angle.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That allows you to actually take the, I don't even know what it's called.
Yeah.
You know the thing, the safety thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one upstairs in the gym doesn't.
Oh, you can take it all the way down to the ground.
downstairs. You can get rid of it completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's smart. That's good.
Because you can't be bent over rows at the top one.
Mm.
You can't, because the stoppers are.
Yeah, shit.
Yeah. And then one more piece. Oh, I feel like there's so many that you could do.
I'm definitely taking a bench press.
Oh, I'd take like, the Matrix Preacher Curl.
Matrix Preacher Curl.
I love that thing.
Out of all the fucking brands in the world, you pick a Matrix piece.
It's literally the setup that I can get out of it. I've never had a better feeling bicep
Is
movement.
that the pin loaded one?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
Yep. Remember the one that we did at Bathurst and you pull up over your head? That's
Actually,
full
yeah, that was-
range contraction and it gets heavier at the top?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good, yeah.
No questions asked.
I was thinking the one that we got, which is shit.
We got two
Yeah.
plate loaded ones.
The
Plate loaded's alright.
Jim
You know the one that's like,
yeah, that's shit.
Yeah.
like-
I like it for
you know,
single
that
arm.
You know
I like
that
it for single arm.
I actually haven't tried it single arm, I don't know, it just doesn't.
I used to use it single arm. I fucking really liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I get more. I get a better contraction doing single arms.
Yeah, okay.
Personally,
I'd bring a pre-core hack. I'd
Yes.
pick a prime ISO row, so like the single arm pull
Yeah.
down.
Mm.
And then I'm probably picking, there was, I'm pretty sure it was Panada, which I really liked, and it was like an ISO, so like a Smith machine.
But it's individual?
Yeah, it's individual.
Yeah.
And fucking really, and it converges, so it's like a Smith machine, you unrack it.
And it goes closer
And
together.
it converges, so it's like the best fucking press I've ever felt in my life.
That's where I used that for the first time in World Gym Marysville. And I thought for some reason I'd be able to load it up the same like a full
No.
Smith.
You get
Got
the,
humbled real quick with 60
yeah,
kilos.
but you get a mad pump.
Yeah,
there. It's
yeah,
really
real good feeling.
So I'll probably get that.
Yeah, Panada.
Ben, have you got any machines?
no, I'm
No.
so decisive.
Oh, fuck. Probably, I don't know. I would want a Nautilus lat pullover. Like
I was gonna say a Nautilus hip thrust.
hip thrust.
That's a pretty fucking good machine, man.
Okay.
Body Beyond has it. I
Yeah.
tried it and I was like, oh my.
Oh.
Oh my glutes have never felt this voluptuous.
I've never had such plump glutes in my life.
You're walking around Disney just barking a fat, a fatty with a fatty.
Got up, as soon as I got up, I was in the mirror like, ooh,
Yeah.
that glute pump, mate. No, that's a pretty damn good machine because I don't like doing hip thrusts with the ones that we have, the bar.
Yeah.
It just crushes you.
Oh, the bar,
It
the bar's
doesn't move.
Yeah.
Whereas the Nautilus one, it's just a belt. And you're actually lying on a bench.
Yeah,
And it's, the weights are right there. You just got a hand right next to you.
yeah.
Have you guys, have you seen those, the bent over rows, but on it's like a Smith row?
Yeah, and you're laying back.
No, you're sort of like, you're sitting, but you're angled feet here,
Yeah.
you're on an angle like on a
Yeah.
hack squat.
I tried to explain that to someone,
then
the other day, and they
you're
had no
pulling.
idea what I was talking about. I'm like, no, it's a thing. And
Apparently they're really good.
yeah, I've seen
what's wrong?
heaps of top bodybuilders use them. I don't know what brand they are. Do you know what brand it is?
No.
Anyway.
We'll have to ask Hayden for it.
Hey bro, can we just have 50k to buy some shit that we
Yeah.
want? Yeah, I promise you.
No.
Yes. Oh, anyway, that was fun. Thank you to everyone who sent in questions. Obviously helps us to help you guys to keep fucking sending them through when we put things up on stories. It was quite fun. There was a good mix of fun and some good informative shit in there.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys like our stuff, if this is the first time you're listening to us or finding us, then give us a follow on Instagrams. Go to the @1RM Health and Nutrition Instagram, and you'll find all three of us via there. Otherwise, take care. Have a great week and fucking enjoy. Train hard. Eat well. recover nice, get jacked as fuck.
Recover nice.
Recover nice.
Well, what do you think?
Yeah.
Recover.
That's it.
Yeah. And relax. Good fuck potty.
Tell someone you love them. Right.
Ladies.
Okay.
That was good.
Oh, my fucking neck.
Keep that in there.